lot of times, I set up a system for one particular vendor that I work with, and they get about 20 to 30% increase in sales after the convention. Because what tends to happen is people want their stuff, but they've run out of money, right? So what they'll do is we got them collecting the emails. We have a sequence that goes out, and usually a few weeks after convention, they get an extra 20 to 30% kick in sales because of that. And that's something that most people would lose if you're at a convention. So just understand that sometimes, you know, people don't have that much money at conventions. It's not a personal hit against you. It's stuff has gotten really more expensive. And sometimes people just don't have it and they get paid the following week. And maybe they can't buy from you this month, but maybe they can buy from you the following month. And not being able to communicate with them, not being able to offer them a place where they can ask for a specific thing, because you still have it in your house anyway, collecting dust until the next convention. You might as well take advantage of it. So just be aware that just have some grace with people who are going to conventions and their wallets, right? Because it happens, right? So the way I look at it is like, look, most of you are fighting for somebody's last $20, literally, between food, the cost of the ticket, any amenities that they need to buy. You're fighting for their last $20. That's why it's so important to kind of build your brand, whether you want to do it on this platform or another platform. It's important to do that. And for some of you who are going to just be local in your community, like you're willing to go to the next 2 or 3 cities in all surrounding towns, but you're not willing to cross state lines in particular, then you need to do a good job of building your local presence, because it's most likely those conventions or those events are going to attract a lot of local folks. And if local folks know who you are and that you are local, local people tend to want to support local people. So I have comic book creators who they may go to one other state, but they don't really travel. Like they're not going to travel. Like if they're in Texas, they're not necessarily going to go to Florida for a convention, right? They might go to C2E2, but other than that, their conventions are between Louisiana, and Texas for the most part. That's Louisiana and Texas. They'll do all those conventions between there. They'll go to C2E2, maybe one other big convention, and that is it. So for them, it's more important for them to have a local presence in Texas, right? It's really important because they do, like, 12 conventions in Texas, so they might as well have a local presence. It makes sense. So when people see them at these conventions, they literally have money for them to buy things from them.